Hello everyone, Duck2, welcome to a Tanned Forge 116.1 Let's Play. This is episode 1 of course, and yeah, so if you're unaware, I do have the 116.1 and 116.2 series. This one obviously is the 116.1 version, will be a fair bit longer, more like my tanned fabric, but the 116.1 will be a lot shorter, and probably a bit more slightly vanilla, slightly modded, whilst this one will be a bit more, slightly deeper and modded, like the tan fabric was trying to be. But yeah, so take a look at obviously what we can do in the pack. I've obviously got a bunch of stuff ready. I usually like to start the first episode off with, I've already got a base, we've got the resources, let's get into mods, because usually I find that the other takes quite a while. And even with my 116.2 recording that I did as my first episode, which I may or may not even do something about, I might just skip to the other one I did with the already built base. It does take a lot out of it, and obviously you usually want to see a lot more in the beginning, be a bit more interesting rather than just the whole, yes, we know you need to get wood, we know you need to get stone, we know you need to get resources, and obviously other than say the mod list, which I always usually say in the Modpack overviews, there's not really much point otherwise. So yeah, so we'll get started since we've got enough resources to get started. I've already got a few things of course, and yeah, what do I want to do first? I was thinking of Mekanism, I guess, just to go, I've got a bunch of machines I can get through many of the ores, but I might show I guess a few things from some mods, just to sort of give you an idea of what the pack will have, especially with these two blocks here. Obviously you can see there's a wooden version there. So early on, technically if you didn't have access to ore doubling or so through Mekanism, or technically pedestals, which is also in this version of the pack, you could, if you wanted to, technically get almost 2 ingots worth of iron just by putting it in a stone cutter, which I did actually use early on, because I thought it's like, would I need this? And I was like, yeah, I probably might. So that's quite useful if you need access to iron and you want a bit more for it than what the furnace will give you, with just smelting the ore. But at the same time, it's like kind of an early step before you get to, you know, proper ore doubling. So yeah, that's interesting if you to use the pack and go, oh okay, cool, it's a somewhat early step there to use. Obviously you get leftover nuggets, but eventually you'll get to a full ingot with them. But let's see, I might actually do that now, just in case, to see if I can reach the actual full part there, since I've already started on them. But we will get to obviously making an enrichment chamber and a few other things, of course, because definitely want to use those first before we eventually, you know, don't have to worry without ores. So yeah, and I do have a few from a bunch of different mods. So yeah, and also as well, I haven't actually used Mechanisms since probably 1.12. I haven't really looked into, I think, the 1.15 or the 1.16 version at all. So I thought I'd check out some of its new features as well, such as the following. Mecha suit, the unit items, as well as certain other possibilities, as well as also coming across the new, let's see, fluorite ore, which has now been used for certain things like the chemical crystallizer compared to what it was before. So I'm kind of interested to see what I can do with that in comparison to what there was before. And also as we're getting to more reactors than what was available in the past. So anyways, we're getting to Enrichment Chamber. So let's see, we need you, which is redstone and such. Right, so redstone, we'll want iron, we'll want control circuit and metallurgical infuser. We need steel, which I guess I can get steel easily. Steel from that, well, you can get it from a crusher apparently. Or is it something else? I can get it. Is there another way to get it? That's not it. Enriched iron. Enriched iron, just that. Okay. And there is an infusing factory as well. Okay. So let's see. One. I don't know. Yes, metallurgical infuser. I don't even have a generator yet, so that'll be something as well. Let's see. Where's my osmium gone? Put the osmium. There we go. Okay. Oh, and I guess otherwise, in case you're curious, I've only covered this much of the map, whether it be a mineshaft, a tunnel, and so on. So just sort of go here. You can see my bases just flying above the dirt there. Sort of go down. Can't obviously sprint, but I'll teleport back to the base anyways. I'll just spectator it, why not? Don't mind. So we've got a mine shaft here. It's going on for quite a bit, obviously taking damage a bit. Got a tunnel here, 3x3 of the hammer, and I don't think I've explored the nether at all yet, unlike other times where you usually would. So, yeah. Oh, and if anyone's interested, here's the seed. So, yeah. Anyways, other than that, catch up, because I clearly need to get going. Right, metallurgic. Here, we need furnaces, which I've got a fair amount of cobble remaining. Do I actually need many furnaces in the future? Probably. Yes. Okay, we'll just make a ton of them. We'll make 8. We need the osmium. Do I want 2 infusers? Probably, just to get started. I do have coal, but my stick's gone. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's do that, it's not that bad. Right, so we want enrichment. We need the other. We need steel, we need this, okay. Oh, we need more osmium. Oops. No, well, that's already done. Cool. Let's see. Here we go, we find it at some point. There we go, 2 of you. You're almost done, and we'll get you going. So, yeah. Alright, now I don't know how I want to set this up, because again, I'll need to expand this base a bit more, and probably the flooring a bit more. I don't really want to change the dirt, because obviously it's already a sort of thin platform as it is. We'll get to that as we go along. This is the things with Mekanism I always want to go, yeah, where do I want to put it? Do I want to do a bit more or not? We'll just go to the extent of like 3 times 3 more processing, so we'll just leave it at that, I guess. So let's see, we do have options, generators, which I have to remember because it has been a while since I've used the mod. Wind power is 3 of those and a few other things. Yep, there's a bit of processing. Biogenerator is just, we could do that actually. And I know the heat generator is not the greatest thing in the world, but it's usually just a good starting option. We do have an aether generator from technology, which I would probably use early on, I guess. Let's see, we got cores. I might actually take a look at that if I can. Where is my food option? Version. And I don't have one. I don't have food. Right, and a few things. Actual villager for it first, which I don't have any. Right, let's see. I'll just get a bunch more seeds, I guess. We'll get a hoe, and we'll get to that, of course. We're gonna need food, no matter what. Could do something there, but I'll go down here, because it'll probably be more beneficial. I'm taking so much damage, is it even worth it? I'm trying to fulfill hunger? Probably not. Yes, hello. Oh, thanks. Well, so much for that. I'm glad I can jump down there. Yeah, we won't exactly get everything back, but that's fine. Alright. I don't want to get the whole thing completely, but... Right, so... fill in the rest here, because why not? Yes, hello. Go away, thank you. Don't need you here, that's great. I could harvest more trees for apples or something, but I'm not gonna bother. Alright. And we'll just use this excuse to prevent the creeper from getting us. And you can't do anything. See ya. Glad I put that there. Right, now back to what we're going to do, which we've got our fuses. I'll make a heat generator, why not? It's not the greatest thing in the world, but I'll use it because I'll need it. Probably. I could use redstone, but I don't really have that much on me either, so... Where's my other copper? Ah, gee, it doesn't have that thing yet. How does it not? The thing is, I just forget what features it's got in that with some versions because it hasn't actually got the rest yet. Where's the features? Where's the? Here we go. Heat generator 2. Okay, so that's one. I was thinking what I did ahead of myself. There we go. Alright, so we're using up those furnaces, that's fine. We'll just put, hang on, do we need iron or iron dust? Just iron, and then coal, and I can't get the compressed coal yet, of course, well, we probably need it. So, let's see, heat, we need planks, which I don't have any on me right now. Cool, we'll just put you here for one of them. I want a configurator. Excuse me, because we always need one of those. Lapis. And gold and everything else. Do you have gold? And that's pyrite. So I don't want to use that. So we're going to want this, which we can... No, I'm not going to use the nuggets method. Should I? Maybe. It'll kind of throw me off. Let's see, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4 here, I guess. We need 1, 2, 3 here. I get enough for maybe cables and a few other things, so that'll do 40. Is it a 1-to-1 more, or is that not a thing? I can't remember how it does it, so yeah, that's not the greatest, and I know the redstone does a much better job. Yeah, that really doesn't do anything. What am I doing wrong? Ignore detected. Let me see here. Oh, it actually does not have enough to do it? Oh, okay. So I'll just go here. Why not? Yeah, I know redstone really does do it much better. Yeah. It's just insane that I have to do that. Okay, so E, G, yeah, we'll go J. Choose. Yes. Let's forget. I'll go with this, makes more sense to me. Let's see. Iron, getting there. Yeah, okay, so it's still pretty much the same. Still need the 2 for it, obviously, because of the enriched iron, which I think you can use for reactor glass, and that's it. Okay. Get the other in here.